Hey, we're here.
Here. Kind of, sort of.
Right. We got a little special guest, a Scorpio. He's right. He's Scorpio.
He's a Scorpio. Raylan's here. He's hot because he was in his bag while I was working, and now he's mad because it was hot in there. So
we have a little Scorpio puppy with us today. Hey, Lisa. So tonight we were going to go over like the month of November, some information on Scorpios and Sagittarius. Lisa, before I forget, we're down to one cloth. So if you got any cloths ready, bring them in. Puppy. We have a little Scorpio puppy in. So give a couple minutes, wait for people to join us. Oh, yay, we're on Instagram. Yay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, we're going to go over Scorpio, November, and Sagittarius. And so that's why we thought Coleen bring her little Scorpio puppy to join us tonight.
Yeah, Raylan. He's really hot. I feel really bad. He's been in the massage room for like 3 hours.
He's waiting. He's like, is it time to come work yet? Hey, Jess. So I guess to start, like, we now have the November soap and even the October soap. Like, there's been people buying it still just because they like the scent of it. So made locally, Petals from a Black Rose. If you know Lachelle and Jerome, like they're making these for us. And each one has citrine in it because citrine is one of the birthstones for November. So you get the stone inside and they're nice, thick soaps. They're $8, but they're going to last you a really long time. But in this one, there's hemp seed oil, buttermilk, oatmeal, and calendula with marigold. So nice, creamy soap here. We've got like 12 is what I asked her to make for this one. But if it keeps selling like the October one, we'll probably keep that one up too. So hemp seed oil, buttermilk, oatmeal, and marigold. So if you would like one of the soaps, let us know. And and I guess we should go over the rules. If there's something,
what rules?
Right, anarchy. If there's something that you're interested in, just say, hey, I'll take it. Send us a DM with your name and your email, and we'll send you over an invoice. We use Square invoicing. And we are also set up with Quad Pay. So if you're a Quad Pay client, you can break up your payments into 4, or your total into 4 payments. I should say.
You can come into the store and pick it up, or we can ship. Right. So let us know that as well.
Yeah. So what else do we have for November in itself?
I made a Scorpio oil. And there is hematite in there. And this is patchouli and my voice isn't gonna work. But it smells really good. It's $10. The Libra one that I made last month just about sold out. I was very happy with that. I had one lady that came in and she said she was very picky about scents, and she said she bought 3 of them and she loved it. So these are special, and you don't have to just be a Scorpio to buy any of these things, or a Sagittarius. Maybe you want the attributes, use the attributes of the signs for yourself, or, you can just have Scorpio or Sagittarius things.
Right. So a lot of the reference that we're pulling out comes out of this astrology, and it's a nice trifold thing here, and it goes over Western, Vedic, Chinese. So, some of the points with Scorpio, they're positive traits. They're intense, they're powerful, strong-willed, which is why my son is so adamant about not doing schoolwork because he thinks it's dumb.
Is he a Scorpio?
A Scorpio rising. Aries with Scorpio rising, which is why we fight about schoolwork a lot. They're competitive, resourceful, secretive, mysterious, self-reliant, emotional, passionate, and, they're psychic.
You, mister.
Not to be confused with psychotic.
No.
Psychic. Juliana, did you need the Libra roller? I see your little comment there.
Do you want? I think there's 2 left. So if you want one, we can pull one for you for sure.
So, Scorpios, though, sometimes I hate it when they say negative traits because it sounds bad.
Nobody's perfect.
But, they can be bossy, demanding, temperamental, stubborn, prone to extremes. Like, I'm really not doing that homework versus
Right.
let me try a little bit. Destructive, cynical, cruel, easily offended.
Cruel?
Yep. Cruel, easily offended, suspicious, readily angered.
Boy.
Yes, Juliana, we'll hold those for you for Saturday. So, right in here. So if you're just starting out with astrology,
it's laminated. It's nice little,
yeah.
And we have these in a variety of things. We're out of the tarot one, which is really nice, but we have a palmistry one, and they're kind of cool because you can
a Reiki one, chakra one,
quick reference.
Yeah, and they're only $12.99, so there's a lot of info. So not to overwhelm everybody with too much info. But these are really nice.
And remember, Christmas is coming, so if you have somebody that's a Scorpio,
I like that it's got the Celtic astrology in there.
Oh wow, and Chinese too. Chinese.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So that being said, when it comes with the Scorpio, we wanted to look up a few things that kind of work well or to help. If you're a Scorpio and you're like, I am kind of bossy. Maybe I need to tone that down.
I can't wait till we get to January and we get to Capricorn. Those negative things are really like.
We kind of pick some stones and some herbs that relate in with the signs. So now the fun thing was Scorpios, it's listed as having 2 ruling planets. And when I was looking up on that, it's because it was assigned to Mars until Pluto was found. So then it got assigned to Pluto. And then when Pluto got demoted, it went back to Mars. So some of the herbs then, because, looking up the herbs that are assigned in with Mars, we have wood betony, star anise or anise. I've heard it said both ways.
Yep.
So like this one is for luck, psychic powers. It's a masculine herb. Other little traits to go with these, cinquefoil or 5-finger grass. And I know this one I use a lot when I do Marianne's curse removal out of her book. Like this is the one herb that I tend to always go through. And with sulfur, those are like my 2 main components. Sometimes the oil will change depending. But cinquefoil or 5-finger grass.
Money too.
Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Oh, I never really paid attention to it for money. Well, and this one is too. Cinquefoil for money too, guys. Protection, sleep, psychic dreams, money.
I'll use some of that.
Let's see, sassafras. And I always think of the Aerosmith song, Lovin' in an Elevator, where he's like, kiss your sassafras. Like that plays in my head every time I stick a label on. And now that you guys know what goes on in my head, that's the type of shit.
It's all over now.
Right? Oh, see, and Juliana says she loves anise for putting around the house. It does smell nice.
It smells good, yeah. It's very strong. One of the things I do with my dogs is we do something called scent work, and they hide 2 drops of oil on half of a Q-tip somewhere, and it could be in a box. If it depends on what it is, containers, or he doesn't normally pant like this. He's hot from being in the bag, and I'm a bad mother. But anyways, anise is it's very strong.
Is that the thing that they use for them to go find?
It's one of them. Clove, anise, birch, and can't think of what the other one is. I just had it all over too today. But it's like I could find anise. It's like it smells so strong that
anybody could find it, right?
Yeah, it's really.
So agrimony is another one. Protection and sleep, and most of these are half-ounce bags for like $1.75. And nutmeg was also listed. Now there were other herbs. Hey, our little Vanna White helper, Sandra's here. There were other herbs listed, and the book that I was kind of pulling this out of. This is a great book.
Yeah,
to
I have that. I love this book.
Magical Encyclopedia of Herbs. There were tons. These are just what I had in stock that listed. So if you don't have this book, It's a great book. And then his ones for gemstones is really good. And what I like about that one more than Judy Hall is that it has metals listed.
Do we still have we have copies of this available? We did.
There's more coming.
Okay, because I know I sold one. I don't know if it was the last.
This is kind of like the one that I keep on my desk, but I have. I mean, as you can see, it looks new.
Yeah, no, I sold one last week, I think, and I didn't know if there was
So, like,
more,
if somebody needs one, you know,
let us
teacher
know,
copy.
and then when we get it in, we can message you.
Yeah, Lisa's like best book. It is.
Yeah.
It really is. How much is the book? $18.99. And then in the back, it goes over not only the planetary, it'll tell you male and female references, the folk names, and then it'll even go into like, if you want to skip reading all that stuff and you're like, what are the monies? What are money's on the mind? Money on the mind on my money. What herbs are good for like courage or psychic development? And you can just go right to that and pull it up. So it's nice and quick. We use this one a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
When I make the cute little tags for the store, and how it has all that information on there, you know, it's coming from this book because it's so well done. And then so for, you know, the stone wise, we pull those out of the Crystal Bible, which I left it laying on the counter. Okay. But yay, Sandy's gotta go grab it. I'll put that herb book over with your Libra lens, Juliana, for you. So the fun thing about the Crystal Bible, in the back, before you get into the index, it will go by what stones work for each chakra, which stones are good for like brain, eyes, liver, things like that. But then, she brought the stack. Brought them all. They have the reference not only for the different types of formations and how to use them, but there is, see how it goes in by a body organ. You know, if you're doing a lot of healing work and you're just new to stones and you want to know who does what.
The Crystal Bible is the number one that I recommend. The first one, especially if you're starting out, the first one.
They have the charts back here for zodiac sign and the stones that work for each one. So the stones that we're getting ready to go through is because it came out of here. And Judy Hall is probably like one of my like go-to authors when it comes for gemstone reference. She's got 3 books. There's different stones in all 3. Though I will tell people that book 1 and 3 are the stones you're going to run across most often.
2, you just obscure stuff that
I haven't even seen half this shit in Tucson, guys.
We've never seen.
Like most of these rocks are sitting in collectors behind glass and only 5 people have them.
Ever.
But they're pretty to look at. But
we also have a couple of we have a crystal prescription book. We have do we have the grid book? We've got a couple other.
I think we have the grid book. The Crystal Bible is $21.99. It's thick. And another thing with hers is like, she's going to show you a picture of tumbled and raw. And if the stone comes in multiple colors, there'll be pictures of those too. So if you're sitting at home trying to match your rocks, like this book is going to help you do it. Whereas, the one that everybody used to use, that Heaven is in the Earth, the big fat purple one. No pictures.
That's $700 or whatever now.
Well, that's because it's the hardback one.
Yeah.
The paperback.
That you can't find.
Yeah. No pictures. You couldn't match anything. You still didn't know.
You had to imagine what kind of a blue stone it was. And
which blue? Is it Larimar blue or is it sodalite blue? Is it demortierite blue? We do have crystal Bibles in the store too.
There's 2 at the moment, but there's more coming, right?
Yes.
I found the 2 members. When I got here, I'm like, where'd they go? We had a stack. We had like this many. They're gone.
They're that good. But we have other books in the store on stones, crystal spells, how to use them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what we had the other Judy Hall book, but I'm.
So one of the stones they talked about for Scorpio, emerald, and I grabbed this big honking one so we can see it because it's big. It's $60, but we have emerald, smaller, tumbled.
But that's actually a good price for that because that's a big.
Well, and I bet
it's in its crystal. You know, it's
yeah. Good, Alender. I'm glad you like them. They're my favorites. But you know, I like this piece because you can actually see that's how emerald grows in this shape. And there's a lot of green, a lot less of that other brown matrix that happens. So this is all emerald, you know, $60. But Emerald helps a lot with the heart chakra and emotional. So some of those negative traits of being bossy, cruel, this is where Emerald's going to come in and help quite a bit.
Alleviate that a little
Kind
bit.
of soften it down a little bit.
And that piece is nice too because you could meditate with it. You could put it in the middle of a grid. You could do a lot with that. Obviously, you're not going to put it in your pocket, but
yeah. Right. Yeah. So, like we have the jewelry, the small pieces, but, again, this is easier to show you on camera than that little bitty pendant, but that's Emerald too. The pendant's 36, whereas the big guy is 60, which isn't bad for a piece that big. But it also helps with truthfulness, honesty, and decision making. So other little attributes of Emerald, if anybody needs help in decision making, which maybe that could be a Libra thing. Sometimes Libras can be wishy-washy.
Sometimes.
Judging from
both of our mothers are Libras.
My best friend and my husband
are Libras.
Sometimes
born on the same day.
Could you make up your mind?
Do they have a hard time making decisions? Trying to weigh it out, keep the scales balanced?
Potentially.
Too afraid to tip them? Veracite was another, and I don't think everybody gets to know Veracite too well. I like it. It's a nice, and this is one of those stones, because I have this affliction with green rocks in the raw. I always want to squeeze it like clay. But Veracite, a couple different forms. The lighter green, a little smoother, 12 versus 8. But you get a lot more of kind of like that matrixy stuff going. And it's got a lot of similar properties as the Emerald to help kind of calm down some of those negative traits. Or enhancing the positive, especially if, you are a Scorpio in like a management position and you've got to be able to lead, make confident decisions without it coming off too hard. Because let's face it, sometimes corporate decisions are made based on what is best for the bottom line, not necessarily the people that are below you. So helping keep that in mind. And gold sheen, obsidian, which we can get it to show a little bit in, Instagram, there we go. So there's some of the gold sheen here, and there was one other spot, and I hope we didn't cover it with a sticker in our haste, but there we go. Instagram can see it in a little bit on, so gold sheen, obsidian. Obsidian is grounding anyway, so if you're getting overly stimulated, overly done, the obsidian's going to help, and the gold, again, gold more with the money aspect. This one shows up pretty nice for a change with the lighting going on. We've got the little spheres. They're 22.
We have a couple pendants. I think we have a couple pendants too.
There was one. I pulled one, but in the moving things around from one table to the next, it's hiding. I'm going to blame the damn fairies. And Bogie stones. That was another one for Scorpio. Bogie stones, and they're usually in sets, usually a male and a female. The male usually has the, if I remember this correctly, the more rigid outer side.
That almost looks like a Saturn ring.
Yeah. But comes in the pairs, and Scorpios get a lot of that. They're known for like being sexual and the energy. Yes. So having the pairs and keeping that balance, because there's nothing wrong. Hi Tracy. She says she's Sandy's friend.
Oh, hi Tracy.
Do you claim her?
I will claim her as one of my Libras.
Your Libras. Libras in the house. Well, definitely. We'll add your name down, Tracy, for another of the herb books. And we'll set aside a crystal Bible for you because there's two, so we can definitely do that. But the Bogie stones, we've got the little ones. It's a 2-pack for 8, but for balancing. And I've known
I have 2 bigger ones, and I really like sitting with them. And
if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, kind of like
I have 2. I have a pair in my car, and then I have a pair at home. And it's like sometimes it's like you just sit there, and
especially with COVID,
it takes it away. It really does.
Do you want to show a couple? Why before I forget, I need to start writing down who needs what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you remember?
Tracy wants a crystal Bible and herb book, and Juliana wants the herb book that I have here.
and Libra oils.
And the Libra. Oh, yes. So before I start forgetting,
So I said, do you remember?
yes.
We also have the Sun's Eye oils in Scorpio. And we're doing all Scorpio first? Or are we going to?
Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, let's do all Scorpio first. So we have that. These are 10. I think I have 4. I haven't brought 2 over, but I think there's 4. And these are nice oils. They have nice scents. I know I have the Kali one, and I really like it.
2 Libra ones that are up on the by the register.
So we have those. And then I pulled some Zodiac stuff too. Gift for Christmas is coming. This is a real cute little box. Trinket box. I like trinket boxes. That's 26. I have 2 of those. Was the kunzite for?
I believe that was a Scorpio. Yeah.
Scorpio.
Which
This is a really pretty piece. Now it's expensive, but
that's another one of those nice showpiece.
It's a specimen, beautiful color. Kunzite. It's 85, but if you know kunzite, it's hard to find. Number one, it's hard to find good dark pink color like that as well.
Yeah, clears emotional debris, frees up your emotions, heals heartache, especially that's carried forward from a past life. So you get to clean slate, leave that shit back there.
Those all must stay on there.
Excellent for alleviating panic
Look at
attacks. I need
that
to
color.
make suits of armor of those.
This is a big piece too. I mean, that's a and you don't see it.
Helps for meditation, enhances creativity, recovering memories that have been blocked.
It's pretty.
Does that count if you drank too much and forgot what you did?
Mm-mm.
No?
That would be in the negative trait.
I don't want to remember running naked down the road. No.
Was me. I had my kunzite. I was meditating.
Right. I've never blacked out.
No.
But I will be that friend that if you're passed out, I'm going to go move your car and let you think somebody stole it.
Ooh.
Party over here.
Note to self.
Don't drink around Melissa. I will fuck with you.
Said a bad word.
All the time.
I do
All
too,
the
but I
time.
try to be good at work. But she's the boss.
That's only once, and we've been for what 15 minutes. I've said one bad word.
Pretty good.
15 minutes.
Pretty good. So there's that, and
Could be worse.
And I think we only have one other piece, but the color isn't as good as this one. I don't think it's glorious. It really
Sandy
is.
She wants to touch my rocks.
It's very
I do.
pretty.
She needs to touch my rocks.
Pretty.
I should make a shirt and wear that around it. You want to touch my rocks?
Yes.
And then wear it in here. That'll be like my new uniform. You want to touch my rocks?
And then what are you going to do if somebody says, yes, I do?
I'll
And you go,
keep a.
and you go, there they are, over there. See
Which
all those things over there? We have a Scully. My favorite, Scully.
Obsidian.
Obsidian baby Scully.
More grounding.
Scully.
Tone that
26.
shit down. What else
does
does he do? Obsidian.
The Scully.
Um,
The baby Scully. Juliana said that'd be an awesome shirt. See, now you're gonna have to do it. We're gonna
want to touch my rocks? Wink. Here they are. And then, of course, the follow-up shirt would have to be like, do you want to hold my balls?
Oh boy,
Because of the spheres. This is what happens when I don't do lives for a week.
and we don't even
all the
have
bad
wine
shit
tonight,
comes out.
so I don't even know.
This is
Like,
just
there's
natural.
no wine,
This
and this
is-
is
This is what
she
I
did have
s-
coffee a little bit ago though, so maybe
I
that's
mean,
it.
This is me.
And
Like,
sugar. She had a cinnamon roll thingy and coffee. So
We'll blame
now
it on
she's-
Panera.
She's
It's Panera's
she's-
fault.
cranked up now.
What the hell was in my nut roll? Nuts to go with the balls.
Balls. And we do
Love
have
balls.
more than one
Quit funneling the balls.
obsidian. I'm just not going to keep a straight face. We have more than one of these obsidian skulls.
Definitely don't juggle 'em.
Brings clarity to the mind and clears confusion. Helps get to the bottom of what is causing mental distress. Helps you know who you truly are.
Oh, and all black stones are really good for grounding and protection. So everybody can use obsidian.
If you really want to know what your emotional blockages are, that's going to help dissolve things, whether or not you're ready to approach that topic.
I think we all need this.
I think I'd break it.
Scully? What are you going to do with this, Scully? I'm going to break the Scully.
My emotional blockage.
Crack it.
It'll break.
I love Scullies.
Yes.
I
So
love a Scullies.
good old obsidian head. Who
Well,
wants
these are-
head?
Oh
Skulls.
Lord! Now she's really just don't. I'm glad I didn't bring the UV light over here because we go on that too. So
I don't think anything on the table glows
thank God.
under black light. That would be fun.
Oh,
Probably things that shouldn't be glowing.
These are new. These are wood. Are they wood? one's wood.
That one's wood.
This one's
That
Dyed
one I
highlight.
highly, I was gonna
Dyed
say
highlight.
highly suspect dyed highlight. They tried to call it turquoise. I
the
call
little
it bullshit.
Scorpio charm.
Shenanigans.
Oh, second bad word and bullshit.
This one's
Does
dyed
that count?
highlight,
Okay.
and then this one's wood. These are
Poor
kind of
Colleen,
cute.
she's still holding the fort
I'm
on
just-
seriousness.
I know.
And I'm usually the one that's not serious, and I'm trying to be good. These are
See,
only
Lisa
eight.
says everybody needs a
these-
little head.
These are only $8. Good
Absolutely.
gift. Good gift.
Y'all some nasty broads.
Lord.
That's right.
I haven't been called a broad in a long time.
I have no piss to give right now.
And we have the stickers that
They're
say,
all mine.
"Here's to go. You need to go, Sandy.
Sandy stole them all.
Go shop the stickers that say the this is my last fucking all that.
Oh,
It says as long as we're going there, we
We're gonna
might as
throw
well.
that in.
As long as we're going there, we might as well show those because
Who's being serious? Not me.
oh,
Or Colleen. Colleen's trying to be.
I'm trying, but
She's trying to save this.
it's okay.
This might be a fun podcast to upload later to the podcast.
What are these made out of? We don't know. Mr. Mystery Stone. These are kind of
Um,
cute.
I
Well,
think
there's
they
a. I
have
was
a-
just wondering because there's
probably
a thing in there,
yeah,
but they're
for
not.
the tarnishing for the silver.
Are they so?
I don't remember right. Hold please.
Hold, please.
Somebody cue the background
Let's
music
see.
and don't let us get flagged for copyright
Oh,
infringement.
It does not say.
Oh, I hate this update on the phone. It opens up shit that I don't want it to open.
Well, these are cute anyways, whatever they are made out of. It's a Scorpio. There's a little heart and a little flower and a little moon. These are 30. Can people on Instagram see what the hell I'm doing? Because I don't have a clue.
Right about there.
Oh, now
There's a
I can
sweet
kind of
spot.
see
There we go.
both, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. I'm a nasty broad. What do you want? Those are 30. There's two Scorpio.
Did you bring the
Those.
fun stickers?
I did bring some fun stickers. And
We
a
got some fun
patch.
stickers.
And the patch.
Oh,
And
and
a
a patch.
patch.
There's really nothing to do with just November because you might want to say this when it's not.
Like every day. Could be.
Right. Because who doesn't need that on their bag or
Yeah.
their shirt?
Or their coat.
It's only $4. It's an iron.
It's a $4 holler.
So if you're like me and hate sewing shit, iron it on.
It works because I have the witch one. I had paint spot on my pants and I
That's how you
Yeah, I fixed
sassied
it.
it up.
did assassied it up.
I definitely think this needs to come home.
This is one. This one's really good.
I was worried about ordering these because I'm like, who's going to enjoy these as much as
They've
I
been
do?
flying out of the store. I'm surprised there's any left.
Right. Well, fresh out of fucks, guys. It's the
We
end
are.
of the day.
They're gone.
They're gone.
Here's
We
our
have
new
no more
blog
fucks to give.
tagline.
Yes, here's our new motto. Welcome to the shit show.
And these are great. You could stick these in a card. Like if it's somebody's birthday or somebody's having a bad day, you want to cheer them up, get them a card and throw that in there. And, or if you don't like them, you can just say, here you go.
And, because we're all bitches sitting here because bitches support bitches.
You
That's
do.
right.
Damn straight bitches.
That's right.
You do.
Right there. That one's only $3 too.
And I think this has been repeated multiple times throughout any normal day.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I say this a lot.
Oh, me too.
And the
I
fun
just
thing
want to
with-
get FFS tattooed on my wrist. I do. It's like my favorite thing.
Well, the cool thing about this one, like you almost can't tell what it says unless you pay attention to it, really.
Yeah.
So you could have this in passing. Nobody's
It's
gonna
like the
see it.
world kind of, and then
Yeah. I say this a lot in my head.
I
Oh,
do
for
too.
fuck's sake.
I type
How many
FFS out.
bad words have I said now?
But this is not going to the podcast.
Lisa, are you counting?
Yeah. Not going to the podcast.
I will cut you. And it needs to be followed up with like they do in prison.
That should say I will cut a bitch. That's what I think. That's what I
You
would
should
say.
send in
I will cut a bitch.
$3.
I need to get this for my kids.
This is the R-rated live sale.
We
no
lured
children.
you in
Yes.
talking astrology. We'll
And
get back
again,
to it.
we don't even have wine tonight, and we're really just ripping.
Yes. Does this sticker smell like chloroform?
I love
Debatable on whether or not this is a good pickup line, fellas. You may not want, or ladies, you may. It might only work if you put a little chloroform on it first.
And then say, here, smell this.
Right. Well, and that's the thing with chloroform. Like they in the TV shows, here's some true crime shit coming out. They always make it look like it works really quick and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like whenever they come up behind you and put the rag and then they fall to the floor, like, no, you need to have some strength and a headlock because it's going to take
Lisa
2 or 3
says
minutes.
She fucking lost count. So there you go.
See, and because of that,
Oh, Lord.
last but not least,
Yeah, we're all going to be on one tonight.
When I lived in Oklahoma, I'm sure I was on a lot of prayer lists because
Raylan is the best behaved one tonight. So
he is. He's sitting over there so
I
well
know,
behaved.
like,
he's
over it.
I mean, he needs to come visit.
I know he's
He's
gonna
so
come up,
cute.
but he's like,
behaved.
he's
like
supposed to
these
be on
crazy
camera,
bitches.
but he's like, yeah.
He's like, can we go home? Y'all are crazy.
It's their pizza. That's what he says.
$3
That's their favorite thing.
on somebody's prayer list. You know, I used to love that bumper sticker that was like, I found Jesus. He was behind the couch the whole time.
Oh.
Because that applies.
Now
to-
remember, y'all, Christmas is coming. And then you're all going to be like, oh, what
I've
am I
already
going to get?
seen
What
the
am I going to get?
commercials
What
on TV?
I went into Target to get my Sudafed after, I couldn't get Sudafed the day before because I was on, whatever, which I wasn't. It
real
was
bad
there.
one?
I was mad.
She's on the Sudafed watch list.
She is.
I was, but I wasn't. It was their fault. Because I'm like, I haven't bought a thing of Sudafed for a month. What do you mean? And it was in the system. They did it. She did it wrong.
Colleen,
But
also known as
anyways,
Walter White.
yeah.
But she
I'd
could
be
be
rolling.
Say
and
my
I'd be
name.
rolling in the. Well, it's my own fault because every time I buy Sudafed, I'm like, I get pissed because I have to show them my license. And I'm like, what am I going to start a meth lab with one box? And then I said that, and then the thing didn't. But
And then they're like, as a matter of fact, you can't have any.
Can't have any. But anyways, when I went into Target, they had the friggin' Christmas shit up already. I'm like, it's like November 3rd
I've decided
or 4th.
I'm putting mine up early this year. Why not? That's what I've decided.
I leave it up to Rune. If he wants to see a Christmas tree, I'll put it up. If he says no, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. More Halloween.
Hey, from Morocco. Hello. You get to
How are you?
See our shenanigans.
We're really on a
all the
roll
way over
tonight,
there.
tonight.
Yes,
But
all
well,
kinds
you
of
might love it.
stuff.
You might hate it. You might love it. We don't know. We're trying something new.
So I think we're into the middle area, right? The stones
Oh
that
wait,
work
I
for
got
both.
this really pretty. This
Oh.
really pretty one off. This is really pretty. If you got to get in that sweet spot. Know somebody that's a Scorpio, and we only have one of these, but it is very, very pretty.
Because
Very
of the
pretty.
whole, like you order 5, they send you
25.
one.
Yeah, we're having trouble getting stuff. $25 for that, and that's the
The whole necklace.
the whole deal. And it would be pretty if it wasn't falling off, but that would be a nice gift for somebody that's a Scorpio.
So there
Just
are
saying.
a couple overlapping stones, says the Crystal Bible. Speaking of being on somebody's Bible prayer list, here we go. Be on this Bible prayer
Yep.
list. Much better book. There were 3 overlapping stones that we had. Topaz was one, which we do carry, tumbled, topaz. We got the blue. I don't have the gold in tumbled.
And everybody wants the gold. We got to get that.
Yeah.
Work on that.
But we do have it, in some earrings. It helps release old attachments that prevent new behaviors from emerging, boosts self-confidence and optimism without inflating the ego. And again, that could kind of go into some of that, reinforcing some positive sides for Scorpios. Gives charisma. I don't think they need any more charisma. attracts positive forces and clears out limitations. So we have a couple sets of the blue topaz. I was going to say topaz. Topaz.
And those are only $10. So, and that'd be a nice
And they're
gift for a
sterling.
child as well.
Whoops,
you know,
as I
if you had
dropped
a child that was November.
Yeah.
They'd
They're faceted and sterling silver. So if you have, you know, metal allergy, as long as you're good with sterling, we do have them and they're only $10. So like I said, we do have tumbled blue topaz. Turquoise.
We have that pendant too. We did have that
do
one
we?
topaz. Yeah.
Oh, the yellow one. So there's one yellow topaz that we have.
The lone one.
And it looks dark because it's on the black, but it is a golden.
I don't have my props like I normally have my props.
Yeah, we don't have a black.
There we go, Tracy. We're putting your name out there. We'll cover it. But yellow topaz. So we do have that, and the yellow topaz pendant's $25 if you.
And
like
we have
the
a variety of chains if you need a chain.
But turquoise is another stone that overlaps for both. So we have like the wavy turquoise. These I think are like 8, but we also have some pendants. And these are from the Sleeping Beauty mine, which is why they're so blue as they are. But turquoise is protective. A lot of Native American cultures would grind it up and kind of blow it as a powder for protection or add it to, you know, things that they might be working on. Yeah. And Tibetans used it for protection as well. So we also have it in pendants. These ones are nice that they're open on both sides, sterling silver. 45 for the Sleeping Beauty one. And I think there's like 2 available of that one. And then malachite, which these are newer ones. We usually have tumbled malachite, but the last round were these big honking ones. So if you like bigger stones, malachite here, we've got a new round in and they're big old malachite.
We got some really nice in a variety like that mangano calcite and the big kind of cubey pieces and the malachite and the size doesn't matter. But nice, good stuff, new stuff.
Yeah. What is this one? Oh, that was another set of topaz earrings. So now I think where are we at? We're crossing over into the Sagittarius sides.
Oh, wait, there was one more thing.
One more?
The little Starlink.
But wait, there's
more. But wait, there's more. The little star charms. $10. It's on a little cord. Very cute. Good gift.
So again, from our handy dandy, highly technical chart, positive traits for Sagittarius. Extroverted, cheerful, optimistic, fun-loving, freedom-loving, honest, outspoken, without prejudices, loyal, travel-loving, altruistic, buoyant, gregarious.
Altruistic.
Yeah. And enthusiastic. They're your cheerleaders. Yay! Negative personality traits. Changeable, impulsive, silly risk-taking.
Silly. Changeable and silly.
Addiction to sensations. This says drug abuse, which I think that could be anybody, not just Sagittarius. I call shenanigans on drug abuse only being listed here.
Yeah, that's not really.
Unrealistic plans, penchant for gambling, again, shenanigans for that. Superficial.
Everybody could have that.
Yeah. Does not want to face problems.
Who does?
I wonder where Sag is in my son's chart.
Well, Sag is my rising sign, so
do any of these make sense to your rising sign?
All
Sandy?
the fun stuff, yes.
Yes.
I think that that's pretty much me. I don't know that I'm changeable. I'll have to think about that.
I'm not changeable.
But I might
Capricorns are just.
I don't know.
So that being said,
and we would have had Sagittarius oil if somebody would have been on the ball and been thinking and didn't.
But
make Aquarius oil.
we're ahead of the game for
I'm
Aquarius.
ready for Aquarius. I just
So,
got here today and went, yeah, that's the wrong sign.
so some of the herbs that were listed in the Buckland Herbal Book. It pooped.
Where did it go?
Damn, fairy stole my shit again.
No,
No, it's okay. Sandy. Darn that Sandy being too helpful. It's good.
Where's she going? What is she doing?
Here we go. Out of
Wanna
this
see the
book
book?
here.
I want to read the book.
Here you go, Ray.
I'm coming around to see Ray.
A peppermint was
Peppermint's
listed. Poke roots. Poke root is a 1 ounce for $3. Peppermint half ounce for
She
$1.50.
smells good.
Ginger for $1.75. 1 ounce there for ginger. Ginger's really good for nausea too.
It's very good. And peppermint tea is very, very good for an upset stomach as well.
Helps a lot with motion sickness and what's when you're on the boat? Seasickness.
Seasickness, yes. But
Inhaling, like smelling
peppermint's
that.
actually good if you have a headache too. You wouldn't think, you'd think it'd be too much, but it is, and it's very good for an upset stomach.
You
and
have to be careful, especially with migraines and peppermint.
Yeah.
Because it can cause one if it's too much.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, because it also makes you more
But
worried.
the tea, not the. You have to be
Yes.
very careful with peppermint oil because it's very caustic.
And for some people, it's considered a hot oil to
Yeah,
put it on
but it's
meat.
you don't want to put it on meat. Trust me.
Yeah, it'll burn the skin.
I sell a lot of it for people that have spiders or bugs and stuff.
Help keep
Because if
away
you spray
mice and rodents.
and mice. And then I always give somebody this, this big dissertation to, don't touch your face and wash your hands. And then when I'm bottling it up, and then I go and touch my hands, and then I'm blind for a day because I don't listen to my own self.
Peppermint in the eye.
Yeah, it burns like a mother.
So poke roots,
What do you do with
ginger.
poke root?
Oh, I just grabbed it because the book told me to grab it.
Well, I
You
thought
do more with the
I don't have poke root. I don't know.
hold.
I'm just
pla-
curious. Hold, please.
poke. Let me read from
Hold,
a book.
please.
It's called the alphabet.
Yeah.
Alphabetical order. For courage and hex breaking.
Oh,
Magical
hex breaking.
uses used in the new moon to break hexes and curses. Make an infusion and sprinkle around your home. Add a bit to the bathwater as well. Note, really big, do not drink. Poisonous, guys. When carried, gives courage. To find a lost object, mix poke with hydrangea, violet, and galangal, which was another one that was listed for.
We don't have any, do we?
Sure do.
Galangal?
Around the area where the article was last seen. The berries are crushed, the berries for poke root. If you crush the berries from poke root, you can use it as a magical ink. So
Because I got the time for that. I can make my own ink.
Who in the hell
Same
does?
time that I need to make Sagittarius oil because I can't read, obviously.
So rhodochrosite and ruby are mentioned for them. Rhodochrosite expands your consciousness, overcome feelings of self-doubt and denial. Physically, it's supposed to help the major organs of the body. So rhodochrosite, despite pink, if you're like me, I detest the color pink. It might be
I'm surprised that she's not having a total meltdown because I was waiting like all night for her to say something about the
about the pink
background.
background. I'm
Because
trying
she
to
always
ignore it.
insists that we put a black thing over it. And I'm like, I'm going to see what she says. And then she didn't say anything. And now she hates pink, hates it.
I'm tapping into my inner Sag wherever it is on my chart, and I'm avoiding the stress of the pink behind me. That's what I'm doing.
That's right.
Ruby, vitality, stamina, strength, leadership, success over challenges. So that's a big part for, instead of avoiding it, let's confront it and, be positive about it. And wealth. So the fun with ruby is supposedly if you keep a ruby in your pocket or in your wallet, it's supposed to make sure that you never run out of money. So yay, ruby.
And we do have little raw ones that you could carry.
Woo!
If Ray doesn't choke to death. And we do have some Sandra,
What
Vanna,
you want? What you want?
in the back case
Uh-huh.
on the top shelf, there's some glorious rubies.
They're in
little
the hexagon
shape. They're glorious.
Oh, we've got a round ruby, sterling silver, 35. And then another stone listed was Herkimer diamond.
Coughing up a lung.
So I know, poor little guy. So Herkimer diamonds help stimulate consciousness attunements. It helps accelerate up to a high level, clears all the chakras and channeling. It kind of moves your energy around. So not only do we have the pendants now, and these are cute little guys.
Yeah.
38. But we have one or two sets left of them in the studs for 30. And we have a few of the rings left in the tray, but since we've shown those before, I didn't bring them over because that's repetitive and boring. Could be my Aries where it's like, oh, we've done that. I don't want to show that again. So the sterling sets, $30 for the earrings, the little studs. What else was there for Sag? We have the little star sign necklaces. And I've seen people, rather than wearing them, like they've taken them off and kind of added it to either keychains or charm bracelets.
Yeah. Be cute on a charm bracelet.
For $10.
For $10.
I'm sorry, Maud, we don't speak Arabic, or at least I don't. Do you have that hidden talent?
I got to get that, whatever. What's that, Babbel or whatever? You learn a language in like 5 minutes.
Right. And we do have a couple of the Sagittarius candles made by our good friend Nikki. It smells really great. Has some amethyst, I believe amethyst in there. Before we get into some of the stones, I know smoky quartz is a great stone for Sag. $12.99 for the candle. I've got two if you need.
The back, the
jewelry counter facing.
Just underneath your zestolite that you need to buy. Underneath there.
So some of the other stones for Sag. Snowflake obsidian. We do have it tumbled, but I wanted to bring him up because it's easier to see what snowflake obsidian is, where it looks like the little
Can you
snowflakes.
put it up closer maybe? There, they can see it on Instagram maybe better than.
So it looks like little flecks of snow inside the stone. So we do carry the tumbled snowflake obsidian, but we just got these guys in. There's like 3 of them, I think, over there.
3 or 4.
The skulls are 50. The tumbled, I think,
that's
are
a good
3.
size skull, too.
Yeah. So snowflake obsidian, sodalite. And again, it makes it easier to show the color on a bigger piece. The skull's 43. The tumbled are $2. We also carry it in jewelry as well. The pendant, this one's 25. The tumbled are $2. But sodalite helps a lot with communication, throat chakra. So if you're having a hard time addressing,
Right. Come here.
apparently he likes rubies.
Ray could come to me.
He loves crystals.
You want one?
He's like, yeah, food. No, you know, food. I don't.
So labradorite, we have this jewelry earring sets that are 16 in sterling silver. But where is it? There was a really pretty, here it is.
Oh, lab.
These little chunks coming in. This piece is 10. It's nice and thick. But labradorite, it's also a pretty mystic stone. There we go. This one's got a pretty good like pink to gold to blue, a little bit of purple going on in there. So this one's a really pretty piece. So labradorite will help the Sag. And I wasn't surprised when it called for lapis as well, because lapis and sodalite are pretty close. Lapis, depending on what you're reading, will go from throat to third eye, So this one will kind of help, here up to in here. We have lapis tumbled. We have 1 tower left, a few free forms. but for me too, like lapis feels a little more soothing in a way than sodalite.
Yeah, I'm not. I like lapis better than sodalite mostly.
Lapis is a little more expensive though, and the coppery coloring that runs through there is actually pyrite. So if you, some people like seeing the pyrite through there, others don't. Most high-end jewelry pieces that are lapis are actually all of that solid blue rather than having the pyrite.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes it'll be lapis and you're like, why is this one so much more than the other? Well, if it's missing the pyrite, it's considered jewelry good.
Tracy wants to go. She has to go, but she wants to know about payment.
Oh, Tracy, send a message to the store. Or wait, and if you know Sandy, right, I can get a hold of Sandy. We'll get with you. But if you send a message with your email, we'll get you an invoice so you send over. Yes. Yep. We'll hound Sandy for it. She's like, have her get a hold of me.
Yeah, I don't know her email address. I know her work one is.
Yeah. You missed the lab.
Oh,
we've got a bunch of. These are really nice flash and the
labradorite palms. If the white, no, light's not going to work with this. This one's got a nice gold yellow one when the light works.
You can see it on Instagram better than.
Yeah. Which these ones are nice for holding if you like holding things while meditating. If you're a tactile person and you just like having it in your hand, you know, we've got the palm stones. They're 15.
We missed a marriage proposal.
We did. That's all right. Been there, done that twice.
Yeah, I ain't ever doing that again. Unless it's a billionaire with no heirs and they're about to die and sign on me over everything, then sign me up.
So smoky quartz is another one listed for Sag. And the thing that always stands out for me with smoky, and it's not really related to Sag, which I should probably pull that out and tell you why. It's related to Sag. But if you are somebody who's going through cancer and chemotherapy, because smoky quartz is naturally, if you're going through radiation, smoky quartz is naturally irradiated. So it helps with radiation sickness and stuff.
Yeah.
So smoky quartz, and it tends to be a stone that's not too expensive. So like this big old point here is only $16. We do carry in the untumbled raw form for $2, and I think the tumbled over there are $2.
And we have a variety of the points.
I have a lot of
we
points.
have some of the tumbled. Those tumbled points are really cool that we just got.
Yeah, they're a little smoothed on the edge. So instead of having those very determined edges, they're smoothed out. So if you want to stick it in your pocket,
yeah, they're pretty cool.
You're less likely to cut an artery.
And there is a smoky skull if somebody likes scullies like me. Or what else we got? What are you doing with yourself? He's over it. He's like, I'm done.
He's like, can we go home now?
He's like, ugh.
Promotes positive pragmatic thought and can be used in scrying. This is for smoky quartz. Lifts depression, brings emotional calmness, alleviates suicidal tendencies, acceptance of the body.
Pain reliever too.
Alleviates nightmares and manifests your dreams. So smoky quartz.
Another grounding one too. It's good for all around, I think.
Mm-hmm. I was looking for something for about the whole addiction thing. Though, fun fact, amethyst is supposed to help with that, especially drunkenness. And how funny, because the next stone that was listed, amethyst.
Look at that.
Nice segue. Wasn't even trying. Sometimes I help myself out.
And you thought we didn't know what we were doing.
We don't. We're completely pulling this. We're faking it.
Shenanigans.
Here we go. So amethyst helps a lot with your third eye, your for some concentration. I know some people like to say it's protective.
I don't ever find. I think it's good psychically and getting, but I don't ever.
Amethyst is like the Archangel Michael in the gem world. Like everybody uses Michael for every fucking thing. Everybody uses amethyst for every fucking thing. I'm like, come on, stop it.
Use it for soothing.
It's pretty. It's purple.
Yes, it has its own natural ability. Quit trying to assign everything to it. But Even in like the golden days, the old and golden days, they would make chalices out of amethyst, and that would be the chalice that they would get the drunkard to drink out of because it was supposed to help suppress the addiction and the over drinking. So, fun little fact. So if you go to somebody's house and they hand you a cup with amethyst in it, they're trying to tell you something.
You may be.
You might be considered a drunk by your friends if they're giving you that.
I don't know.
All right. And spinel.
You like that one?
How do
wanna
you
see
say that?
one?
Yeah. Oh,
Look.
Ray approved, maybe.
He likes it.
I love mine. I have
Is
one.
is
You
another
bought one
stone
last
for
time, didn't you?
Sag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it up and couldn't put it back down.
Really?
Those are really pretty. And
Yeah,
the
I
color's
literally
not
did
coming
one of
through as
those
good as
things,
it is.
like-
The colors are really pretty.
Yeah, the purple and the black.
And I'd never seen purple spinel till
Really?
that day. Remember when,
Yeah.
and you're like, those are what? And I'm like, no, it's
I
spinel.
thought it was
I'm like,
labradorite.
Yeah.
Because they've got like that
Lepidolite.
muted, or
a
yeah.
lepidolite, yeah.
Did I say labradorite?
You did.
It's time to go home. I'm making up shit now. What is this? It's labradorite.
It could have been labradorite if you were
Purplite.
colorblind. Maybe
Purplite. That's what it is. It's purplite,
I like it.
it's
We
some
got blue
purple
light
stone.
with black light.
right? I'm gonna make up shit. Welcome to my
Orange light.
store. I've made up all the names.
You know,
Do it.
sometimes those people, they make the stone names and they trademark it and then they make a lot of money. And it's like, well, that's really just a piece of, you know what, something.
Oh, Lisa. You have a good night, hon. I
Bye,
don't know
Lisa.
how we're all out. Like, oh, it's already after like 8:12, so it's almost at an hour.
Jeez,
We-
maybe we should go crazy and say fuck a lot more. And then we just, you know,
Time goes by.
the time goes by really fast. And bring Ray. It's like, well, let's party.
Do it, Ray.
Right? He's like, you ladies are crazy.
I love how teeny he is.
So little.
Oh, you
My
should see
Tracy-
Marie. He's
my
like a
Tracy
mongoloid next to
has-
Marie. Marie's
All right.
teeny.
My Tracy has one.
Oh, we gotta
and
show the rubies.
Hers is a lot bigger.
Oh.
These are beautiful.
These rubies.
They are gorgeous.
Trying to. So Instagram's got better color than YouTube and Facebook. For once, usually poor Instagram's missing out.
Yeah, but Instagram's.
So, like, see how fat they are. These are nice,
Yeah.
solid chunks of ruby. Like this
Yeah.
one's 38.
This one's only
Um,
28, and it's really. Got a couple more.
Oh,
That one's got
yeah.
the chatoyancy on it, but look how pretty. Look at the color. I like this one.
I like these
This
ones.
one's really thick. This one's only 28.
This one's mine now.
I
This
licked
is
it,
a
it's
great
mine.
gift for somebody or for yourself. Did you lick it?
She did.
She's not going to take it home anyway. She always says that, and then the stuff sits on the register.
Just because I like it doesn't mean it wants to come home with me. It's waiting for somebody else. Like I'm just the holding person.
She's the way station.
I am. I'm the way station of all the fun rocks, damn it. But this one's only 26. And honestly, it's got some really nice coloring to them.
These are very reasonably
Still-
priced for what they are because they're really, really nice.
Yeah.
And they're heavy. They
Yeah, this one,
definitely
the
have some heft to
$38
them.
one is really, that's really thick.
playing with my head.
I am.
Did you pick up the chatoyancy
Rubbing
one?
his
Oh, that's
head.
this
When I
one.
get a little head.
Look, it's got the chatoyance. That's my favorite word. Look.
Chatoyancy.
Yeah, see if I get it in the camera. Actually, it's
Ooh,
only, you know, my
Flash it. Flash it. All right, quit flashing the camera. Ah,
28.
wink,
Nudge, nudge. Ruby.
wink. Like, no, we were talking about rocks when we were talking about flashing and balls and head and
That wasn't me. I didn't say any of
talking
that.
all about the rocks.
It's all about the rocks.
It is. It is. All right. So I think we went through everything. So if you watch on the replay, feel free to send a message, ask if something's still available. If it is, we'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll say no, but we have, this which is similar.
We
similar.
have, and a lot of things we can get more of, but some things we can't. Like if it's a certain stone,
Yeah,
sometimes
well,
it's-
kind of like the rubies. Like that's the first time I've seen it from
Yeah.
this guy, like done
Yeah,
out like this.
that's
to where
why
they're nice
I
and
nabbed
smooth.
them.
So if you have an interest, and if you're local and you want to come in, feel free to come look at
And then
them.
you can see because there's like 5.
Yeah,
Did you take all of them? Was that all?
I
it was?
think I
5?
did grab
Yeah,
all
because
of
we
them.
sold one. I think I bought 6. I think.
yeah. So, but yeah, feel free to message if you want to know if something's still available. We'll set it aside. Send us your email so we can send you the invoice. We'll ship within the continental US. Otherwise, if you're local, you can come and pick it up, and we'll show you more things because there's a lot back here.
And if you have any questions, or if there's a topic that you'd like to see us talk about, or a stone or a crystal or herbs, we're always up for
yeah, because there's supposed to be like one coming up about animals.
shenanigans. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna get on that animal one.
The animals
With
and
Ray.
gemstones, right?
Doesn't he look excited? He's like, you made me sit in that stupid massage room for 3 hours while the store was open.
Yeah.
He's like,
And now
"Yeah,
he's
whatever.
pissed. He's like, what?
Whatever. I'm tired. It's past my bedtime. and stuff.
Same, Ray, same.
He's like, I'm bored with this.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good night. We'll probably
More
be back-
shenanigans next time.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
But wait, there'll be more next
But
week.
wait, there's more.
Yes, there's always more. We can always find more shenanigans. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Don't forget to talking the whole time. And
Blah, 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 blah,
on.
blah. Live video ended. Shared Instagram TV. Why, yes. But
Now watch, we said fuck 99 times, and so we'll probably get the most sales ever tonight, right?
well, what's happened before, then they come in like in the next couple of days and go, you had that online. So that's why sometimes like I leave the table here for a day or two. Part of it is because I'm lazy. Then the other
Nothing
part's
wrong
like,
with
it's
that.
right there. It's right there. You want to go look at it? Dirt, dirt. Where is it? November sale. I want to share it. Airdrop, please.
My friend just sent me, if your candidate is losing right now, it's because you didn't put enough flags on your truck. Blame yourselves.
Melissa's iPad. Yes.
I love-
Beepity beep.
Well, I'd missed the whole marriage part.
I did.
The
too.
guy who was like,
I saw
sent the phone number?
I saw that part.
him. He goes, he's like, I just love you or something like that. And then he was like, will you marry me? And I'm like, I'm not even going to.
And you're like, no. Can I have one of these cookies?
Yes,
Mm.
Can I have the other one?
sure
Yes.
can. Because the more you ladies eat, the more that goes in,
Since
or
I
the
didn't
less
get
that
a
goes
piece
into
of,
my belly.
I didn't get a piece of the cake from Nadine.
I forgot all about it. It's probably still in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got the box. Mhm.
She's so sweet. I brought you cake.
That's
I love her.
How was everybody's day?
Pretty good. Whoops, would help if I could spell correctly.
It's the little things.
He came in here once and didn't buy anything.
Who? Oh, see. Well, the more that she's here, the less she feels that she's got to buy everything all at
She
once.
was heading out of her house, so she did a stroll around and then she left.
Yeah, I was going stir crazy. I'm like, I need to come to my happy place.
Yeah, we're the happy place.
But you guys were busy that day too.
Yeah, that's why I really couldn't. I felt bad because I was like, I didn't really need
Yeah,
to say
so I was
anything.
like,
was
well,
it?
I'm not going to hang
You
out.
went home.
Was it Tuesday?
Was it last week?
Oh.
Was it last week?
I think Megan was reading because I was out here by myself.
Yeah.
So it must have been Tuesday.
You know, she gets in there in her zone, and then it's like, are you going to come out ever? Because
Well, and it's like there could be other people waiting for readings and you've gone way over on your timer, ma'am. Let's go.
that's why the other day I was like, okay, they got 2.5 hours, and then the store is going to be closed. So
It must have been Tuesday if Megan was reading.
you went
were
home
here.
early. I think that was the day you wanted to go be home with Bruna. And I said, go. You were like, kept doing stuff. I'm like, leave.
Right.
No, would you go?
check on the shenanigans of Rune.
The homework thing.
Yeah, we're still waiting to find out if
Oh
he
yeah,
passed
because that was the week that he had to get that stuff. Everything was last Tuesday.
Yeah, because it was Friday
Sounds
at 9 o'clock at night was his deadline to get whatever he could done.
Yeah, last
And
Tuesday.
now we're playing the waiting game of like, did you get enough done? Like teachers are trying to grade everything and report card hasn't come out yet. So we'll see. But in his mind, like he's not stressed if he fails. Oh well, like he doesn't care.
Well, I guess you'll do it again. How about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not paying for summer school. That's what I used to tell my kids. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Like, oh my God. Like, do boys ever get out of this?
So did she want both of those Libra rollers?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I asked her, she said,
are over.
Did you pull them?
There.
Yeah. And then she
wanted this. That's why it was originally moved. I'm like, okay, it's over there.
Right.
And then
like, where'd the book go?
Trace wants the Crystal Bible and the herb book, but
but I've got to order
for more.
Yeah,
right?
I've got to order another couple of, but that's okay.
You didn't pull a Crystal Bible yet, right? Do you know when the new ones are coming in? Because if you're waiting for is she getting a Crystal Bible and an herb book?
They're probably gonna, yeah.
I can't believe all those Crystal Bibles rolled out of here.
They always sell really well. That's why when we have as many of these other crystal books that we do, because after COVID, they finally ran out and waiting on the publisher to get around to it. I'm like, well, shit, what do we tell people to reference with? And I'm like, none of these are good, but
right.
So when they finally have them again, I'm like, fuck yes. Ordered like 20.
And there was
you could probably order as much as you can put on the shelf and it's still good.
There was a fold-out guide thing too. We're out of too.
Yeah, Llewellyn's still out of that.
The crystal one.
Mm-hmm.
Llewellyn does a lot of publishing.
They do, and most of their books are really good. There's been some that I'm like, really, and it's funny because a lot of the like pagan authors kind of like chuff at Llewellyn because they're just kind of like
they almost some good stuff in there.
Well, I guess they kind of consider them as kind of like the foo-foo-y like pagan, whereas like Wiser and Red Wheel will do the more.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into the Black Toad and this shit from England, that's a different realm.
Well, and
that's not your average people that are walking in here.
Well, I think they bought that imprint out, so that's like an imprint now of Llewellyn. But that's the only reason why, and I don't even think that they're the ones publishing it. It's the other publisher. Now they
girl wanted a book about gypsies. I'm like, I don't think we have it.
So this is interesting, just that it gives you certain things where a lot of the books that I have give more like, okay, use this to relieve this pain, and I can make this balm this way, or I can make this sound. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's more of the magical working versus the like
healing.
Yeah.
We still got to do this. We got to do the drink thing.
Gonna have to sit down and like, okay, when's the next big astrological event, and what does it mean? Now, what drinks go with it? Because honestly,
I'm trying to get us a bar card.
Well, we talked about doing this Tuesday, and I'm like, did you bring the stuff? No. I'm gonna make the Scorpio drink.
Yeah. It's storing all the alcohol in the meantime.
Well, we don't need to have like that one that I found was simple.
Right, but a lot of the alcohol, like you buy the big bottle, like you don't get the.
Yeah, you're not going to pay $13 versus $20 and get 3 times as much.
Yeah.
Black Widow. Yeah.
But then it's like storing all the different bottles when you're not using them.
This would work. Bob would have been happy because this was the silver tequila one. Because all we needed was the blackberries, the basil leaves, and the agave and the lime. And Bob always needs tequila, so.
Time to share, Bob.
Bob. I haven't seen Bob in a long time.
Bob used to be out, but then he was abducted for a long time.
Yeah. Well, then, because ever since he's gotten his little girlfriend, he's not so much of a protector anymore. I should take her away.
No girl for you.
No girlfriend for you. You're stuck in your job. Now he's not even in the building. Like he's only like partially there now as it is. Like, where the fuck do you go now? Like you have one job and that's here. You're not earning your keep, buddy.
No.
Don't bitch at me when you don't have your tequila. But he kept taking the hits. And I'm like, well, maybe if we put you away and they don't see you, as like a blatant guardian, they won't know to throw hits at you or something.
I don't know. I just missed seeing him. And every time I come in here, I'm like, where's Bob? And he was next door for a while. Like months.
He was hiding.
No, Hank took him.
Hank.
He was like, can I borrow him? Sure. I'm like, oh, he likes it over there.
For
I'm
like
okay.
ever?
Right. Like, hey, there you go.
Bob needs to come back.
So now he sits behind my desk in the cabinet.
I have
You smell this? This is nice. I like this.
Just the
It smells good.
oh no, I can. My nose is all.
It's a tester. You can try it if you want to.
I'm trying to
play like I should know what those scents are, and I'm like, oh, what is this?
I know that's why I had to cheat and look.
Because like my one cabinet in the living room, when you open the doors, like it almost smells like this, but it's all the bottles and they're together. All right, what's in it?
It's patchouli and
Ylang. I think it's the lang.
Lang, lang.
Nice. Lang.
I forgot to put the 13-adite in there.
Lang.
Yeah, this one is, it's interesting, that part of it, for sure.
There's I think we had it, but we sold
have
it.
to get
I have to look. My favorite one's a white one. My favorite herb book is a white one. I'll have to look. But I'm pretty sure I sold one day a while ago. So I'm pretty sure we had it, but I can't think of the name of it.
You have the alchemist.
That one's a good one too.
Herbalist. Wow, I bet.
You speak English, right?
I do well. Talking stuff, things, words.
Hooked on phonics works for you.
Hooked
Wow.
on something.
It's pretty bad when we're all drinking water that we're like,
Yeah. I don't want to.
it's been a long life. Sometimes I'm like, you know
It's
what?
been a long fucking year. A long month already. Oh, fuck.
I know. Hey, at least I'm out of work early tomorrow. Yay! Out of 3. Yay!
I was like, ooh, Friday. And I'm like, means nothing to me.
know.
I'm here Fridays and Saturdays.
I'm like, happy Friday Eve, and you're like, daggers, whatever.
Right.
Doesn't mean shit.
Like my
Not in
Friday
the
is
retail
Sunday.
world. Not in the
No.
retail world. There's no such thing as Fridays.
No.
Especially
Especially
in the corporate world, in my day job world, Friday is like life.
it's the shit.
That's the day you've been striving for. And my boss is off tomorrow. So that means all the shit's going to go sideways while he's gone. That's how it works.
I was going to say, or can it possibly be that because it's Friday, nothing much is going to happen to go sideways?
Well, that's what I'm hoping. We had, I actually took a couple of lunch breaks this week, and I rarely do. I usually just eat through lunch and put my 8 hours in and be done, whether I'm in the office or working out of the house. Well, I've been tired, so I'm like, I'm taking a nap, so I'll take a lunch. I'll set a timer on my phone, and either I just lounge on the couch and I read, or I read and my eyes get heavy. I don't really fall asleep, but it's just a nice rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday my phone was ringing like the whole time, and I'm like, I ignored one, and here it was one of our plant managers down in Southern Ohio. One of her drivers got a POC inspection. So the guy was a real dick. He wanted to download the driver's electronic logs for the week. And I'm like, I've never heard of it. Well, here, it's not often, but you can do it. And then because the trailer, part of the tractor trailer was rusted, they put it out of service. So now here's a truck with some hazardous gases on it, hazardous material, at a scale station down 71. I'm like, man. So my boss is like, just have it towed. let them tow it. I'm like, don't they need to get the cylinders off? He's like, just let them tow it back. I'm like, all right, so you're the boss. So like all this crazy shit was going on Wednesday. So hopefully nothing happens Friday.
You got it all out of the system.
Yeah. No more broken stuff, please.
I didn't realize if the trailer was rusted, they'll just say.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that it just went through because every time we have preventative maintenance done on a trailer, and the protocol is a little different. It could be every 90 days. Could be like, okay, it's been towed X amount of miles. They have to do an inspection. They go through and they inspect it all. And that signature by the tech also equals a DOT inspection. In other words, it was certified that this is good under U.S. Department of Transportation.
Right.
Really not for this guy. So
Wonder what he was trying to prove.
I wonder, I know. And Kelly, who's the plant manager, she and I were talking, and she's like, and he wasn't like polite. Like some of the guys are like, okay, you know, sorry, but this is rusty and we're going to have to do this. Or, hey, you know, I've had trucks I've had trucks fail in a roadside inspection because they had a flat tire, which is probably why they were on the side of the road. Unless it was an inner tire, you know, and they
But
maybe
you'd say,
didn't
oh,
know.
go fix this before the next time. You don't take a whole thing with poisonous gases on and go, oh, you're SOL.
Right, and everything's, you know, placard because
now
it
you
has
can't
to
leave
be.
here. So what are you supposed to?
So he unhooked the trailer and deadheaded back to the plant. What else are you going to do? You can't not do that. Oh, wow. Silly. These roadside inspections. And by the time he left, like he just left after he wrote everything up. So
Your guy could have kept driving with that trailer.
right, I'm thinking realistically, he could
Yeah,
just
but with
turned around
his luck,
and went home. Right.
And then that would have been a bigger
Mhm.
shitstorm.
One of the best ones I saw was after an accident, and they fail a roadside inspection. The whole freaking truck flipped. I'm pretty sure it's going to fail any inspection. Like, why would you even? Like,
yeah, we're gonna flip it back. We're gonna get the transformers to come flip it over, and we're gonna drive it away.
right. And it was more like a rural highway route where he got caught in slush, and there was no coming back. Like the nice ruts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it took it and went into the ditch, and the tractor rolled. So of course it's totaled. The roadside, you've failed the roadside inspection.
Really?
Clearly, I failed the road because now I'm in the ditch.
Like,
but,
really? Because I was thinking,
like,
I could have seen it. Was fucking Ray Charles could have seen that shit.
right? Exactly.
I was like, what? Maybe dude's wife didn't give him a hug on the way out before he left for work, and now he's grumpy and took it out on your poor driver.
Maybe he's getting divorced because he was such an asshole to begin with.
Could be.
Or he's never been married and
Because
probably
he was
like
such an asshole.
collects AK-47s or AR-15s and
Oh
Something
plays
like
commando on the weekend. I don't think we should leave these out.
Oh, the rubies, yeah.
Ruby.
This one's got a nice fucking color going. It's like pink, gold,
Oh, yeah.
purple, blue, like fire blue, Smurf
Wow.
blue, not just.
Did I get these or did you get these?
Oh, I did. That was from that lady.
Oh, the lady, yeah.
From the lady.
That is really sharp.
She is hustling.
It's a
her
good thing
rocks.
I wasn't here that day.
And come to find out,
$10.
my etching machine will go into labradorite.
Well, you don't want to do that one.
Not on that one, no. I took, there were
Some
two
of those
pieces
gray
that had
kind of
like
ones.
no color to them. I'm like, well, these will
This
be the
piece
guinea
is on
pigs.
fire.
And it etched real nice in there.
Yeah, you showed me the other day.
There were two. A young lady bought one of them already. And I go, that didn't last long. Yay.
Those are the best.
Don't you need the second one too?
Don't you need it all?
You need one of everything. Come here.
Here, That's what Tuesday does. My girlfriend's mini penny. He's probably twice his size. And my min pin was probably his size, maybe a little smaller. I forgot how little they are. Now that I have a 122-pound mook.
I'm sure my